What if I told you there's a creature on Earth that holds the secret to eternal life? An animal that doesn't die of old age. And no, it's not some mythical beast or a creature from a sci-fi movie. It's something you might find on a fancy dinner menu. Can you guess what it is? Believe it or not, I'm talking about the lobster. That's right, lobsters are considered biologically immortal. This doesn't mean they can't die, they can still fall prey to predators, get sick, or end up in a pot of boiling water. But here's the mind-blowing part. They don't age in the same way we do. So how does this work? It all comes down to their DNA. At the end of our chromosomes, we have protective caps called telomeres. Every time our cells divide, these telomeres get a little bit shorter. Think of them like the plastic tips on your shoelaces. When they get too short, the shoelace frays and the cell can no longer divide properly. This is the fundamental process of aging. It's why we get wrinkles, our bones get weaker, and our bodies eventually break down. But lobsters have a superpower. They produce an enzyme called telomerase. This incredible enzyme works like a repair crew, constantly rebuilding and lengthening their telomeres. This means their cells can keep dividing and regenerating indefinitely without showing the signs of aging we're so familiar with. As a result, lobsters just keep growing bigger, stronger, and more fertile as they get older. An older lobster is actually more robust than a younger one. The largest lobster ever recorded weighed a whopping 44 pounds. Can you imagine how old that giant must have been? But if they don't die of old age, what eventually gets them? Well, ironically, their own strength becomes their weakness. As a lobster grows, it has to molt, shedding its old, tight shell to grow a new, bigger one. This process requires a tremendous amount of energy. As they become larger and older, the energy required to molt becomes so immense that they can't muster the strength. They might die from exhaustion during the process, or the new shell might not form correctly, leaving them vulnerable to disease or getting stuck in their old shell. So in a strange twist of fate, their continuous growth is what eventually leads to their demise. It's a fascinating paradox, isn't it? A creature that has unlocked a key aspect of immortality is ultimately limited by its own endless growth. It makes you wonder what secrets nature still holds. If a humble lobster can defy the aging process, what other biological marvels are out there, just waiting to be discovered? What could we learn from them about our own biology, health, and longevity? The answers could be hiding in the most unexpected places, even at the bottom of the ocean. Thanks for watching. If you found this as fascinating as I did, hit that like button and subscribe for more mind-blowing facts. See you in the next video.